Bueno, familia, estamos aquí en el stand de la gente de ACME que me van a mostrar un poquito los equipos que tienen. Ellos tienen una línea de productos que, según nos explica Jared, we are focused more into vintage gear. Tell me a little bit about the brand.
Yeah, so this is ACME Audio. It all started with this WV3, which is a passive direct box, and the heart of it is the input transformer, A11J, made by Triad originally. We went back to Triad and they put it into production. That was said horribly, but they put it back into production for us, and it's the heart of everything for that
So
direct
everything
box.
starts from here.
Yes, it's all passive. Well, this particular unit and that particular unit.
Okay.
They eventually moved to the MTP66 or something like this. In Motown, they had a 5-channel box, all active inputs for guitar or bass, and then they had a speaker underneath it for their gear bag. So everything would go straight into that. They'd listen back as they were recording, straight to tape. We took that same circuit and made a mono desktop version where you can plug your bass guitar in, keys, whatever you want, in and out controls. There's also a mic pre on the back. So if you switch this, then you can go in XLR and you can use a microphone.
Good.
But desktop version of that circuit. So it's active and passive.
And how would you describe the sound of this?
James Jameson. So Motown bass player. If you have Fender key bass with some flat wounds, you crank this output and leave the input a little bit. The low end peaks up beautifully, and it's the most lush bass tone that you can be going for. Especially Motown, it nails the Motown tone.
Interesting.
So here, this is ACME's optical compressor.
Okay.
We call it the Opticom XLA3. It's got 4 tubes and in-output controls with a fixed threshold.
It's mono or stereo?
It's mono. It looks stereo, but we got a meter here that's in and out control.
Okay.
Metering, and then a gain reduction
Okay.
meter.
Oh.
So you can go out, that's completely bypassed. If you're in, then you're showing your gain reduction. It's doing its compression.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Amp is just going to amplify the tone. So there's no gain reduction at all happening in that case. But you've got 3 different response speeds. The idea behind this is it's kind of like an LA2A type unit, optical compressor. And what we realized is that all these LA2As are a little bit different from unit to unit. So we've selected 3 different optos so that you can kind of have 3 different flavors of LA2A in one unit.
Okay.
That's kind of the idea there.
Okay.
Down here we've got a 500 series version of a similar circuit. And right here is a 500 series of the MTP66. So we've got the big units and then kind of the daughter units down here.
And this has EQs, right?
These are the Motown EQs. This is ACME's newest product that we're very excited about. The original Motown EQ, this is one of the first 48. So you'll feel it feels like a pot, but really they took these steps out. If you feel this one, it's got steps.
Okay. So
Motown deliberately took the steps out. But we feel like the steps are useful and important for recalling mixes, so we kept the steps. But outside of that, the inductors, the capacitors, and the resistor values were all identical to the original schematic. It's passive, virtually no phase shift, and this
makeup gain
makes it, on the back end, with the original op amp that they used in the original circuits. We actually went to Op Amp's lab and we got the original output transistors, their proprietary part 4009, which is the bread and butter of the whole thing. With the original cans and the bases, they sent us all of it. We bought all their extra inventory because they're out of business, and we've been using it to build everything. So that's in this unit, and we have it in that unit as well.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.